you got students who know more than the teachers, and the teachers don't like that, right? And it's a mark of someone who's very self-aware of their own limitations, who can accept the fact that they may have a kid who just knows more than them.
My daughter, I would get on her ass, and she would come back with the quickest retort, and I would be like, "You have a point. God bless America." Like, okay, let me think about this, But for her, it's just a response, like, bam, and then really had to, and then I had to sit back, and then because of course I'm trying to be fair, and she has a point, and again, so she's 26 now, and she's as smart as a whip, and it is interesting. It does challenge you, and it humbles you as a father.
Well,
Having
one of the things I think is really interesting is like what you just said. You're arguing, and in the mid argument, something clicks in your mind, and you're like, you just stop arguing. It's like, oh, that's it, right? I used to get very frustrated when that would happen, and I'd want to continue arguing. And in some bad cases, I probably did, and ended up looking like an idiot. But at the end of the day, what I find is I now love those experiences. I love coming to a point where I'm thinking of something and I'm arguing something, and I'll be arguing with Scott or something, and he'll say something, and go, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay, sure, yeah." It'll be a sudden change, and I actually like those little mini epiphanies that occur, that either, especially when it's something that I didn't even think of. And this happens once in a while. You didn't even think about it from that perspective. Or that was a piece of information that you just ignored, and suddenly they're calling it out and going, yeah, that's relevant. That's important. So I love when my mind has to stop mid gear and shift gears in the middle of the conversation. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
That's very
humble
cool.
pie. Humble pie is a very interesting thing. I think most people, I see that as humility. I see that because I think that a lot of times our ego drives our actions, and because we want to be right, because we're the dad, or because we know better than you. And but when you have that, sometimes you miss out on, again, that true experience. And so if if you can be humble and just understand that you don't know everything, and live your life like an open book, and like a sponge, I do think that you will increase your discernment, and therefore increase your experience, and you know I don't know if I'd say be happier, but I do believe that you will evolve.